The first thing you notice with the all-new Civic is its refined, fresh design. It's a sleeker, simpler, cleaner design, especially in profile form where you have this new fastback, coupe-like back end. And that's reflective of Honda's man maximum, machine minimum principle, whereby all the design and all the technology revolve around the most important element, the driver and the passengers inside. So let's talk about the exterior again. So in order to create this lower roof line that goes into that fastback rear end, it actually all starts up there with the A-pillar. So by relocating the A-pillar from here back to here and then raking it over a bit more, that dictates the roofline and that coupe back end. And in doing so, it makes you think the bonnet's longer, but it isn't. It's a little bit lower at the front, and by doing that, you can relocate this wing mirror a bit further back, and that reduces blind spots just here. The new Civic is slightly longer than the old one, slightly longer wheelbase, but shorter overhangs, and it's also wider track. And this design of arch here emphasises that kind of more planted stance. Then you got this simple but strong crease that runs all the way down the waistline of the car into the rear clusters, and that runs in parallel with the glass house there, which has been moved down, but it's no smaller than the previous Civic. Let's look at the front, because obviously that's the first thing that you see. Now the new Civic's got this honeycomb grille, which is set into this black new mask style design here, and within that, sculpted in, are these LED headlights. There's more of these honeycombs inside. Similar to the exterior design, Honda's made a point of trying to keep things cleaner and simpler in the cabin. Now, that honeycomb on the front grille is echoed across this full width metal vent here on the dashboard. And below that, there's physical buttons for all the things you need to access quickly and easily without fuss, like the climate control, for example. And on the side of this 9-inch touchscreen infotainment display, again, there's some physical buttons for volume and home. And that's mounted quite high up so that you don't have to keep fluctuating your eyes up and down too much, distracting you when you drive. That incorporates Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Top spec Civics get a 12-speaker Bose audio upgrade. As standard, it comes with an 8-speaker system, and top spec cars like this also get a 10.2-inch digital binnacle display. So all new Civics are now hybrid, but Honda's made a point of saying that the extra hybrid tech does not impede on any of the cabin space, and nor does the lower roofline, because you can see at the back there's these huge cutouts for the passenger headroom. And because this is a longer wheelbase car than the outgoing model, that means extra legroom in the back there. This is also the first Civic to showcase body stabilising seat design, which is designed for extra comfort in your lower body. Now, these A-pillars, this design revision that we mentioned earlier, that actually means that this windscreen is actually wider than before, which gives you a broader field of vision, and that also lets a bit more light into the cabin. Ever since its conception 50 years ago, the Civic's always prided itself on accessibility and practicality, and the new version is no exception to that rule. Take the tailgate. This is now made out of resin as opposed to metal, so that's 20% lighter. The boot area, the aperture is wider than ever, so it's really easy to load stuff in. It's still a really good boot space. And this is a neat touch. No annoying parcel shelf, big clunky thing, just a simple, effective roller blind, which is neat. Oh, and also, we started this whole conversation about that fastback design. Look at this glass. The glass comes all the way to the edges of the tailgate. Excellent visibility, good for aero. So there you have it, the all-new Honda Civic.